something I've never told everybody about this car. I've mentioned bits and pieces of it, but there's a lot of people that's wondering why. Like I said, I'd never go to a race without the, if I didn't think I could win. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that say, well, how can you outrun Ryan Martin, who, by the way, is one of my best friends? How can you outrun these guys with mega bucks when I don't have mega bucks, guys. I work for a living every day. But by the MPK rules, I built the car that gave somebody like me a chance to win. I built, when Reaper, just before Reaper burnt, that car had been high 390s, 398, 396, a string of 4.0s, and it weighed 2,780 pounds. I'm a big block Chevrolet guy. I don't have a Hemi. Got parts of a Hemi, but I don't have a Hemi. And I can't afford to call Proline and have them build me 3 Hemis, or 2 Hemis, or even 1 Hemi. So I run big block Chevrolets. So I built a combination that I felt like I had the best chance to win on my budget. So these are the same motors. Matter of fact, this is the one of the motors that was in the orange car when it burnt. And Scott Duggins at Par built both motors. One's 585 cubic inches, one's 565 cubic inches. This is a small motor, 14.5 degree sunny's heads, camshaft specs that are none of your business. And basically, I built my combination around having a light car. This car was not, you guys look at the car, it's a really nice car. I mean, it's as nice as any car out there, but every inch, every stick, every piece of this car was built by me and my brothers. The chassis, Clayton Murphy down at Chassis Engineering, my little brother, you guys have seen some of the work he's done. He does all the pad work on Reaper and all that, and he's just getting better and better and better every time he does something, and does some phenomenal work now. I've been doing this shit for a long time. I've never seen, not just because he's my brother, I've never seen anybody gain as fast as he has. But he knows metal. He knows metal, and he can see bends in his head, which is a rare thing to have. I can't do it. I can't bend nitrous lines, and I can build headers, but when I get done, it's some cobbled up looking 14 fucking welds in one tube. As you see, when he does it, there's 2 welds. So when we built this car, Clayton got Chassis Engineering, a friend of mine, said, hey, why don't you send Chris down here and we'll do one of my XR chassis and we'll teach him how we build one of these cars from start to finish. So, chassis wise. So Chris went down there, and actually my older brother went down there, who has nothing to do with cars, just to help. So actually all of my brothers have helped on this car. And the chassis set, I was really close, you guys remember, to getting it done when Reaper burnt, and I just said, you know, I'm done, screw it, it's over. But one of the reasons I'm coming back is because of all you guys, plus I owe it to my brothers to show them what we did. This car was built to be super light. As far as I know anybody that's ever built a real steel roof and quarter Camaro as light as this one. It weighs 2,460 pounds with my 245 pound fat ass sitting in it. That's full of fuel, ready to go to the starting line. I could have weighed 2,400 pounds, but by the MPK rules this year, I got to weigh 2,450. 2,500. 2,500, I think. 2,450 with a 136, 2,550 with a 140. So, and I have a 136 on it. Also, I'm not running a 30. I'm running a 34.5 tire. I'm not running a 36-inch tall tire. And I've ran both those tires, and I think I can make a 34.5 tire work. I know with Tyree and Travis Quillen still helps me with this. He helped me get the additional setup done in the car. But everything about this car was built to be light. If you'll notice, all the lightweight electronics are held on by plastic screws. Screws are plastic. Thanks to TMS titanium. They helped us out. Lots of titanium in this car. All the braces are titanium. Firewall's titanium. Steering shaft's titanium. Fuel cell mount's titanium. The steering column shaft itself's titanium. The dash, the pedals, everything that we could make out of titanium, we made out of titanium. Looking back, we could have used aluminum and saved a little bit of weight, but I went so far with this weight thing with this car that this is my dash. 4 idiot lights. Now I do have a Holley Pro dash that we plug in when we're running the car in the pits, but I've got an AFR warning light, burnout light, low oil pressure, and a shift. That's it. This thing that I built right here, use a little TMS titanium, put a piece of carbon fiber behind, kind of thought it looked cool. Weighs 2 ounces. The Holley dash that I had in the car, that I ran in the cars before, weighs 2 pounds, 2 ounces. So there I saved 2 pounds. And everything about the car was built around that premises of being light, so we could take advantage of running a big block Chevrolet. The tunnel's titanium, and the control arms are titanium, and what else am I missing? We're running the same gear ratio, we're running the same setup that we ran in Reaper, and then I ran the orange car when it was a big tired car. You know, we built the fuel cell to where we could actually adjust weight with fuel. You need about 3.5 gallons. We made it 7 to where the car's carrying the left nose. We had a little bit more fuel, settle the front end back down. There's just a lot of thought that went into this car. As you can see, the chassis was built. You get this. That's my brother's shop, DLC Fab Works. Chassis engineering, the XRT chassis. 02 of 18. So we did that chassis. So this whole time has been, plus the thing is, 85% of this car I did out of my pocket. Roadrunner was what helped us out. Holley helped us out. So just, you know, the people that have always been with me. Safecraft, you know, Safecraft keeping me safe. Impact Safety, been at Impact Safety, they've been great. Brad at Precision Shifter, Pro Charger's been with me before anybody was even running a Pro Charger, and they still are trying to do all they can. Jack French at Billet Atomizer, you know, of course, all the Holley brands, MSD and all of them. It makes you really, it makes you feel really good that these people believe in you enough to try to help you, because there's no way, guys, that any of us could do this, no matter how much money you got. It's real hard to build one of these cars, maintain one of these cars at this level. And of course, got my boy riding with us. So, I don't know. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I hope this better explains this car. Who am I missing?
Maxima Oil.
Oh, yeah, one of the biggest people behind me, Maxima Oil and VP Racing. And that's the thing, guys, sometimes I forget, and then that's why you're going to see a pause in this video, because this is a clip I told Stacy you got to put in there. But like I said, this is our best chance that we have to make a statement. It's my last year, so we want to go out with a bang. We'll see what we can do. But for the most part, every part of this car and every piece and part of this car, it came out of my pocket because I wanted to go racing without having the pressure. Because believe it or not, guys, the people that stood behind me and the sponsors I've had have been really great. They've stood behind me whether I was winning, whether I was losing. And that's you know, I'm grateful for every one of them and all the help they've ever given us. But it's a lot. I put a lot of work into making, into promoting them too. So I wanted to be able to go race the car and not worried about whether I'm representing my sponsors correctly or not. As funny as that may sound, I will still represent every one of them. Race Part Solutions. People still did help with the car, but for the most part, you know, this was mine, my brothers, and some really close friends. Aaron Wickheiser came over and helped with the car. Richard Willman, I can't say enough about him. Helping us with the Holly stuff and helping us with the car. Travis Quillen, even though he don't do these cars no more, he walked me through how to set the chassis up. I mean, there's a lot of good people that's been behind this car, and I owed it to everybody and myself to go to MPK one more time. The team thing, guys, I'm not going on no team. I'm riding solo. I put the team together last time because I was asked to, and I got bit in the ass. I'm not going to say anything negative about the guys because the two guys that they were telling to talk some shit about me, they came to me at the last race and said, hey, man, we screwed up, and you know, they were making us say this stuff. And I said, well, nobody made you say anything. I told you in the beginning, don't let them put words in your mouth. You say what you want to say what's in your heart. And I don't have no hard feelings towards them because they did come to me and tell me before I ever aired. But at the end of the day, my friends, Kelly Blueball, Robin Roberts, Ryan Martin, any of those guys, Sean Ellington, any of those guys that need something from me, I'm going to be there to help them. Regardless of what team they're on or anything else, if they're a friend, I'm going to help them. But we're going to race this car, and I don't want any distractions from me racing this car because this is my last year. Whether you guys believe that or not, I told Stacy, this is it. This is the last year, and then I will either put somebody else in this car or this car will be put up. But I will make one more last run at it, and I've done everything that I can think in building this car to make it light, to make it safe, to make it simple. If you look, it's a very, very simple car. You don't see all the extras and frills that you see in a lot of those cars. I mean, it's as basic as you can get. All on the premises of being light. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that we built a car this light because it shocks everybody when they hear it. It's hard to build a car this light. But everything, there's a few other things that I can do to make it a little lighter and get to that 2,400 pounds that I wanted to get to. I mean, honestly, I can't afford them. I can't afford carbon brakes and stuff like that. I could lose another 30, 40 pounds out of the car, but you're talking about $10, $15, $20,000 to do it. And all said and done, for what this car is worth and the value of this car and what it costs to build one of these cars, I don't have nowhere near that in it. Because I got all my brothers, I mean, we all work together all our labor was in this car. If you take all these cars apart and you throw a big pile of tubing out here, you ain't talking about a whole bunch of money for all the tubing. But the putting it together and fitting it and making everything right takes a lot of work. You know, I still got the same people that's been with me from the beginning. I'm still running the same ATI trannies that I've always ran. I still run the same Marty Chance converters that I've always ran. Marty's another one that helped us with this car. Took my converters when they were burnt and replaced them. Rebuilt one of them and said, hey, it's fine. The other one, I'm gonna build you a new one. So this is our last chance to dance. And I mean, there's no ducks, guys. There's not one guy that's gonna be in that invitational that's a duck, that's a first round duck. There was some other things. I could have cut all this out and got rid of the weight, but at some point or another, is it really a Camaro anymore? Or is it just some fucking metal on a chassis? So I still wanted to keep all the door jams and the rockers and everything like they're supposed to be. So
Well, with the new rules, you're at weight.
By the new rules, I'm at weight, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they just saved you a bunch of money.
No, because to be honest with you, if I could have got this car lighter, I'd be running a 121 Pro Charger on it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't be running a 136, and we're running a 136. And everybody said, oh, God, he don't have a Hemi. I've already heard it, guys. He don't have a Hemi. He don't have he's not going to run a 140. He don't stand a chance. you know, I've stepped on my dick a lot doing this, but every once in a while I knock one out of the fucking park. So all we need is get this car dialed in. Stacy's been busting her ass on that fucking trailer. Things been rough around this house. Been pretty rough. Stacy and I ain't even hardly talking, trying to get all this shit done. So, fix the loader up. Go see a buddy of mine that really great guy that owns a racetrack, and we're gonna hunker down. We're gonna try to see if we can get it dialed in and do what it needs to do. It's the best chance I have at winning one of these. I started it. I'd love to go out winning one. Can we win the championship? That's a tough deal. And no matter what they do, no matter what rules they apply or what they do, Ryan Martin's still going to be the guy to beat. But I just want to make a good showing for all you guys, for my family, for everybody that's been behind me. We're just going out there to make a good show and do the best job we can, run the car as hard as we can without breaking it. We have spare parts. We have a limited budget. We have a $50,000 budget. And once that $50,000 is gone, wherever we're at in this series, it's where I stop. Because this takes a lot more than people realize. It takes blood, it takes sweat, tears, anxiety, wanting to blow the son of a bitch up one day and wanting to cuddle up with it the next. It's an emotional roller coaster fucking with these cars. And on this level, guys, be honest with you, it's taking the fun out of it for me. It took the sport that I love, and it's taking all the fun out of it. So I got a good team. We got a good car. My brothers are coming back to help me, which is a big moral thing for me. If we can get the driver to get his head out of his ass and get it wrapped around what he needs to do and does his job, I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. I think we're going to be, it's going to be a hard car to beat. And if not, we always know we put in the work to make it that way. All right, guys, we got to get this thing loaded up and go test it.
I just wanted to interject one thing.
Oh.
So you were talking about the team thing and how you were willing to help your friends. But when we were in Florida for the finale, Dave needed brake calipers for his car. And you said,
I'll take the ones off the car.
my new car's I don't have spares, but my new car's in the trailer, and if I need to take them off the car for you, you let me know and I'll do it.
Here's the thing. When Shane caught me after I clipped the curb and bent the wheel on my car, and he knew my brother was bringing me another wheel, that was when they had the 15 minutes. You had to be up the line in 15 minutes. He called me out knowing that my brother wasn't going to be able to get there. I said, take the spot. 2 weeks later, when he thought his Holly Dominator had blown up in his car, I walked over. I was through racing. I pulled the one out of Reaper. I went to hand it to him. As soon as he touched it, I said, you're a piece of shit of a human being, but I won't let nobody lose like that. I'll let him borrow the computer out of my car. There's not one person, whether I like you on a personal level or not, if you're a racer and you're in the hunt and I can help you and it doesn't hurt me, that's what sportsmanship's about. That's what the 405 used to be about.
That's another reason you can't be on a team.
I can't, no.
Because you're not going to alienate one guy or one group because they're not part of your group. That's not how you roll.
No, I mean, like I said, even if it's somebody that I really don't, on a personal level, don't get along with, I'll give them anything in that trailer for them to make another round. Because that's what racing is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about drama. It's not supposed to be about bullshit and stabbing each other in the fucking back. That's why I left the 405 show in the first place. Because it's just not what racing's about. There's been a lot of changes in the 405. And I've been talking to some of the guys, and there's a lot of cool shit coming up that, well, we'll see what happens. All right, we got to get a car ready to test.